The 2008 WSGA Best Ball Championship, presented by LaserLink Golf, was held May 29th through June 1st at Hidden Glen Golf Club in Cedarburg, with Washington County Golf Course in Hartford serving as a secondary qualifying site. Windy conditions challenged players at both courses during the first 2 days of the event, but the skies cleared and the only thing brisk during the weekend was the competition. After 2 rounds of stroke play qualifying, 32 teams made the match play portion of the championship, which began on Friday afternoon. The match of the day pitted the stroke play medalists and #1 seeded team of Matt Haas of Brown Deer Park Golf Club and Kelly Kretz of Riverview Golf Course against a 32nd seeded team of Paul Zarek of Browns Lake Golf Course and Pat Boyle of Meadowbrook Country Club. The match was back and forth late in the round, and this missed putt by Pat Boyle on 18 would send the match to extra holes. As the shadows grew longer, the teams continued to have holes, requiring them to return on Saturday morning to finish the match. The match finally ended when Haas hit this birdie putt on the par 4 6th hole to win 1 up on the 24th hole of the match. Unfortunately for the Marquette University duo of Haas and Kretz, they lost their next round match to Travis Meyer and Braden Mork 4-3. In the quarterfinals, Dustin Schwab of Lake Wisconsin Country Club and Ben Sieg of Osseo Golf and Recreation Center faced Braden Mork of Thornberry Creek Country Club, reigning state amateur champion Travis Meyer of River Falls Golf Club. The University of Wisconsin Green Bay teammates Mork and Meyer took the lead early with a birdie on the second hole and would never look back. The team never gave up their lead and won the match 3-1 when Ben Sieg missed this birdie putt on the 17th hole. In the second quarterfinal match, the Eau Claire Golf and Country Club duo of Cole Stark and Tyler Leiss squared off against Tim O'Brien and John Rademacher from the Bog. Stark and Leiss would birdie the par 4 first hole and would lead the entire match. They would win the match 2 up with this par putt on the 17th hole. In more quarterfinal action, Danny Boehm of Washington County Golf Course and Craig Tauchus of Hartford Golf Club squared off against the second-seeded team of Jeff Berenz and Mark Klapperich of Whispering Springs Golf Club. Berenz and Klapperich controlled most of the match and never trailed after a par on the par 4 second hole put them 1 up. They would win 2 up on the 18th hole when Tauchus missed this birdie putt. In the final quarterfinal match, Ben Benson of the Racine Country Club and Mark Bomowski of Kettle Moraine Golf Club faced University of Wisconsin teammates Tyler Obermuller of River Falls Golf Club and Patrick Duffy of Butamore Country Club. Benson and Bomowski never trailed in the match until the par 5 17th hole when Tyler Obermuller made birdie. The teams both made par on the final hole, giving Obermuller and Duffy the 1-up victory. In the first semifinal match, Travis Meyer and Braden Mork faced Cole Stark and Tyler Leiss. Stark and Leiss would take a 2-up lead early in the match with birdies on the first 2 holes, but their lead was lost when Meyer and Mork made a birdie on the par 4 11th hole to square the match. Meyer and Mork then made a birdie at 14 that gave them a 1-up lead. Stark and Leiss would score the match again on the 16th hole, however they were unable to match Meyer and Mork's birdie 4 on the 17th. The teams have the 18th hole, giving Meyer and Mork a 1-up victory and a place in the final match. In the second semifinal match of the day, Mark Klapperich and Jeff Berenz squared off against Tyler Obermuller and Patrick Duffy. Klapperich and Berenz would take a big lead early by winning holes 2 and 3, and would go 3 up when Mark Klapperich made this long birdie putt on the 4th hole. Obermuller and Duffy would fight back throughout the morning and eventually got the match back to all square heading into the 14th hole, where they would make a birdie 4 and take a 1-up lead. Klapperich and Berenz would score the match again on 16 when Obermuller and Duffy failed to make par. Both teams would make birdies on 17 and pars on 18, sending the match to the 19th hole. On the first extra hole, Jeff Berenz would hit his approach shot within a few feet and convert his birdie putt, giving his team a 1-up victory in 19 holes. The final match featured Travis Meyer and Braden Mork versus Mark Klapperich and Jeff Berenz. The match was back and forth throughout, with neither team ever taking more than a 1-up lead. Meyer and Mork struck first with a birdie on the par 4 second hole, but gave it back 2 holes later when they were unable to make par. The match stayed all square until the 10th hole when Meyer and Mork made a birdie 3 to take their second 1-up lead. Klapperich and Berenz were able to square the match on the next hole with a birdie and would take their first lead when they birdied the Island Green at number 13. Meyer and Mork squared the match for the final time on 15 with a 2-shot birdie, and the teams would both make par on 16, par on 17, and bogey on 18 to send the match to the 19th hole. Playing number 1 for the second time, Travis Meyer was unable to find the fairway with his drive, but he hit his approach in tight and made the birdie putt, giving his team the match and the championship. It is the second WSGA Best Ball championship for Meyer, after winning in 2004 with Neil Johnson, and the first WSGA championship for Braden Mork. The WSGA would like to thank the host course, Hidden Glen Golf Club, and the secondary qualifying site, Washington County Golf Course, for their outstanding hospitality throughout the event, and Laser Link Golf for their sponsorship. We look forward to returning to these great venues next year.